It's not just bad luck. You keep attracting emotionally unavailable people because a part of you is emotionally unavailable too. Be honest about it. But not in the way that you think. Let's talk about it. We don't fall in love with people. We fall in love with patterns, with familiarity, with unfinished stories. We don't chase love. We chase recognition. And the unavailable, they remind you of the first time love felt just out of reach. A parent, a caregiver, a ghost in a warm body, someone who taught you love was something you had to earn, not receive. So when
How you
someone
doing, Lisa
mirrors
Anderson?
that,
Happy Sunday. Thank you for
it feels
joining.
like home,
Thank
not
you.
a
I
healthy one, but
hit the like if
the
you already
one
haven't. I
your
believe you
nervous
have. Thank
system
you.
memorized as
Please
normal.
sub
You're not chasing, well, some
if
of
you
us
haven't
are,
already.
but you're not choosing pain on purpose. But your inner child is still trying to finally win the affection they were denied from a new face,
These
same
are from the
wound.
words
And
of
let me
J.J.
break this down
Douglas,
from
who's
a
also
clinical standpoint. This is what we call
a
trauma
YouTube creator.
reenactment. Your subconscious is attempting to resolve old pain by recreating the scene, hoping for a different ending. But emotionally unavailable people don't give you healing, they give you rehearsal. They let you play out your wound, not work through it. You think you're strong for loving them through it, but what you're actually doing is emotionally auditioning for someone who was never emotionally hiring. Let me say something that's hard to hear. You're not just a
Happy
victim
Sunday.
of their unavailability, you are a participant in the pattern. Because part of you is terrified of being fully seen, too, let's be honest. Because availability requires vulnerability, and vulnerability requires self worth, the kind that doesn't beg, doesn't chase, and doesn't perform. You say you want someone available, but deep down, you're scared of what they might see. If someone finally stood still long enough to look at the real you. So you pick people who keep the spotlight off. You mistake mystery for depth, inconsistency for passion, avoidance for strength, and you call it chemistry when it's really just chaos.
Thank you all for
You
joining.
recognize this isn't
Thanks for
to
hitting the
shame
like.
you. This is to free you for the very first time
If you
because
haven't,
I know
sub
what it's
please.
like
We're
to
listening
crave
to
love in
brother J.J.
rooms
Douglas.
that echo with silence, to feel like you have to earn presence to prove you're worth choosing. I know what it's like to feel like love is something you perform, not something you simply receive. You learn to overfunction, overgive, overextend, overfeel, just to hold on to crumbs. But listen to me, crumbs are for people
Tulu,
who've forgotten what a
thanks for
feast
joining.
tastes like.
Thanks for the like.
And you are not created for starvation. So you want to stop attracting the unavailable, right? Start becoming available to yourself. Stop ghosting your own needs. Stop breadcrumbing your healing. Stop dating people who only love the wounded version of you because you haven't introduced them to the whole version of you. Become so emotionally available to you that anyone who shows up half present feels foreign, not familiar. Because the truth is, you don't attract what you want, what you believe you deserve, and you keep what you are emotionally available to receive. So if all you've known is performance based love, which is not love, you'll keep being drawn to people who applaud your efforts but never hold your heart. And you'll call it passion, but it's really self abandonment in disguise. Most people think that they are falling in love with another person, but often you're just falling into a mirror that reflects your unmet needs, your unhealed fears, your secret shame, and worst of all, the parts of you that still believe love should feel like uncertainty. You think you're chasing intimacy, but what you're actually chasing is yourself in someone else who refuses to meet you there. That's why it hurts so much when they don't choose you, because it's not just rejection, it's a confirmation of what you feared all along, that you are hard to love, except you're not. You've just been auditioning in the wrong theater. We don't fall for people's reality, y'all. We fall for their potential, what they could be if they healed, what it could become if they chose us, what we might feel if they finally open up to us. But potential is a dangerous drug. It promises healing without the pain. It promises connection without the commitment. It keeps your hope alive, but your peace on life support. You're not in love with them. You're in love with the version of them you created in your imagination. You've been dating their potential for a long time while neglecting your own. You want to know how to stop attracting emotionally unavailable people? Get radically honest about the parts of you that have been emotionally unavailable to yourself. The part that silences your needs, that avoids stillness, that would rather be wanted than be well. Step two, grieve the version of you who is only loved in fragments. Grieve him, grieve her. Then let her rest. Then let him rest. Step three, stop choosing familiar over safe. Love that feels foreign at first might be the healthiest thing you've ever experienced. And finally, step four, you got to decide. Decide to no longer be the person who tolerates emotional poverty, who builds castles with people who only
What's up,
bring
Classic?
bricks of inconsistency,
Appreciate you coming through.
who explains over and over again what they deserve
Hit
to
the
be
like if
loved.
you haven't
And
already.
finally, step four, you got to decide.
Listening to my brother JJ
Decide
Douglas.
to no longer be the person that
Well, the brother
tolerates
JJ
emotional
Douglas.
poverty, who builds castles with people who only bring bricks of inconsistency, who explains over and over again why they deserve to be loved to people who don't even love themselves. You don't have to prove your worth in rooms where the door only swings one way. So here's your invitation. Sit with the quiet for the first time. Unpack the loneliness for the first time. Let
Thanks for
the ache
subbing. I appreciate
rise
that.
and listen to
Be
what
sure to
it's
check
trying
your
to
page
tell
and
you for the first time. Because the version of
hopefully sub
you
back.
that keeps picking emotionally unavailable people isn't
Yeah, check them
desperate.
out.
You're just exhausted. You've been surviving on half love and false hope. And it's time for you to come home to you, to the triune God, to a love that doesn't make you chase it. You're not asking for too much, you're just asking the wrong people. And it's time to stop knocking on doors that require you to shrink to enter. You were made for more. And now you finally believe it.
So I hope that helps somebody today. This brother been getting me through a lot. I'm not even gonna stun on you. Like this brother, I've been checking him out, and a few more that I'd like to share with you before I check up out of here. So I don't know what you think. Let's get motivational up in here. Hang on a second. I don't know what's going on, but I hope it get right. in a minute. Let's see.
Like your thoughts,
There
your
we go.
actions,
There we go.
and
There
your
we go.
mindset. Worrying is like being stuck in quicksand. The more you struggle with things outside of your control, the deeper you sink. Think about it. What good does worrying actually do? It drains your energy, robs you of joy, and distracts you from the things you can control, like your thoughts, your actions, and your mindset. Worry is a thief that steals not only your time, but also your peace of mind. It plants seeds of doubt that grow into trees of anxiety, towering over your sense of well-being. It's important to remember that worry.
With money, you can buy a house, but only God can give you a home. With money, you can buy a clock, but only God controls the timing. With money, you can buy a bed, but only God can give you rest. With money, you can buy food, but not an appetite. With money, you can pay a doctor, but only God can bring healing. With money, you can have insurance, but only God can keep you safe, because at the end of the day, it's not what's in your pocket that sustains you. It's what's in God's hands. With money.
I know it's hard to contemplate. Life is weird, so get stuck in certain things. You know what I'm saying?
The timing. With money, you can buy a bed, but only God can give you rest.
You know, I
With
just
money,
started
you can
this,
buy food, but
y'all
not
be.
an appetite. With money, you can pay a doctor,
Oh,
but
that's
only
what's
God
going
can bring
on.
healing. With money, you.
I need a new mouse, y'all.
All waking up every. With money, you can buy a house, but only God can give you a home.
This is weird.
You're all waking up every single day, literally doing the best we can. And God, I don't care what you say.
It's Tyrese.
God loves me from where I am. You may have figured some shit out faster than me, quicker than me, before me. Shut up. I'm doing the best I can with every 24 hours I get. I don't want what you have. I don't want your wife. I don't want your career. I don't want your songs. I don't want nothing that's got to do with nothing that you have. I just want what God has in mind for me. And if you are successful, if you are accomplished, and you are someone that have achieved certain things that I haven't gotten to yet, you just showing me what's possible. But I still don't want it because you have it. Thank you for showing me what's possible. Because once you plant the seed, then at some point, I'm going to get to my own mansion. I'm going to get to my own marriage. I'm going to get to my own magical marriage. I don't want to just get married. I want to get married and do it for the rest of my life. Till the last breath. And I want to feel the butterflies in my
67
stomach the whole time. I want a wife that will know exactly what to say. When I'm broken and I'm confused and I'm fucked up and I'm on the brink of destruction and I woke up to we're about to lose it all. And yet the covering of my wife and what she's saying and what she's praying over me gives me a level of reassurance that we're going to be okay when the whole world is crumbling in on me. Some of these want to get married. You don't even know what to say when I'm fucked up. So you just hear. This dress ain't gonna make me feel better. Your cleavage ain't gonna get me through this shit that I'm dealing with right now. You're all waking up every single day, literally doing the best we can. And God.
Come on, Bears. I'm trying to watch the game too, y'all. Let's hear what the sisters got to say. Let's hear what the sisters got.
Somebody got to say it. And I'm the bitch to say it. Y'all ain't like this one with your little head ass. But y'all never seem to do when I got some shit to say about y'all, which further proves the point that I'm about to make. Men need to start taking accountability. Y'all, yeah, females need to take accountability. Y'all booty head ass niggas need to fucking take accountability. Accountability for the bitches you choose to stick your dick in. Accountability for your own motherfucking happiness. You need to start appreciating your goddamn self. Then others would appreciate you, but you're not accountable for that, are you? It's easy to blame everybody around you why you ain't successful, but you don't take accountability for that either. I'm guessing it's the female's fault. He don't appreciate me. You don't appreciate you. I mean, dogs, women, and kids love unconditionally. Nigga, love yourself unconditionally. You know what? You're not accountable for that. You're not accountable for the lies you tell. You're not accountable for nothing. You just blame it on the woman. But don't shoot the messenger, nigga. Somebody.
Yeah, she was good too, though. I don't know. Nice.
Everybody don't deserve you. Some people ain't even meant to finish the story with you. They was just a page, a lesson, a reminder. But you out here trying to make them the whole book. Trying to force loyalty from folks who were never built for your kind of love anyway. And I get it. You got a good big heart. You see the good in people. You believe in second chances and potential and what could be if they just changed a little bit. But God didn't call you to be their savior. He called you to walk in purpose. And part of that purpose is knowing when to let people miss out on you. Because not everybody who has access to you deserved it. Some people drained you. They distracted you, manipulated you, and then had the nerve to blame you for not being enough. But I want you to hear me when I say this. Letting the wrong people stay in your life too long can destroy everything that you are building. It can tear down empires. It can strip you of confidence, clarity, your calling. See, the wrong energy will block the right blessing. You ever see somebody lose everything? Not because they weren't gifted or anointed, but because they kept the wrong people close. That's real. Some of y'all are holding on to people who are poisoning your purpose just because you're scared to be alone. But the truth is loneliness in God's will was better than companionship and confusion. The Bible says in Proverbs 13 verses 20, walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffer harm. That means that your circle can either elevate you or it can eliminate you. So let me ask you, how many more breakdowns do you need before you choose breakthrough? How many more betrayals before you stop giving them the benefit of the doubt? See, this might be your season to go silent, to move different, to start protecting your peace like it's your last dollar. Because it might not be your enemies that take you down. It might be your friends with bad intentions. Oh, you missed the love. You missed the attention. You missed the way they made you feel. Even if it was only sometimes, but craving love is not a reason to us. Just because you lonely don't mean you need to settle. Sometimes God isolates you, not punish you, but to preserve you, to clean house, not show. So he bring the right people into your life, the ones who love you, pour into you, and don't make you worth every other week. But he can't do that while you're still clinging on to old doors, old habits, and old hearts that never honor you. See, sometimes elevation feels like separation. What's waiting on the other side of this pain is peace, is power, is purpose. And you'll never tap in running back to what broke you. And I say 43 to 19 is forget not the former, do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. But how can God do something new if you keep giving CPR to dead relationships? Let them miss out. Let them miss your growth. Let them watch from a distance while you heal, while you elevate, while you become everything you were too distracted to see before. You don't owe nobody closure when God already gave you confirmation. You don't owe nobody access to your peace when they've only ever brought you pain. This is your season to move like you actually matter, to protect your space like it's sacred, to stop explaining yourself and start choosing yourself. Because you are not hard to love.
They just weren't ready for the kind of real that you provide. So dry them tears, block that number, reclaim your energy, and remember this: letting go is not losing, it's leveling up. God needs you sharp, clear, and surrounded by people who speak life into you, not confusion. People who pray for you in rooms you don't even walk in yet. Let them miss out. You gave them the front row seat to your love and they fumbled it. That's on them. You keep growing. You keep growing. You keep becoming because God ain't through with you yet. And what's coming next, always. The truth is this. I know that because God through with you. And what's coming next, always every single goodbye. And the truth is this. I know that some nights it's going to hit different. You're going to lay in that bed, phone dry, no text, no calls. You're going to scroll through them pictures and replay them old combos and start thinking maybe you overreacted. Maybe you could have held it on a little bit longer. But that's not your spirit talking. That's your trauma trying to bargain with your future. Don't let temporary emotions trick you back into reopening doors that God himself locked. See, growth, it ain't just about who you become. It's about what you're willing to leave behind. And sometimes what hurts the most is exactly what's holding you back. That pain is part of the process, but it ain't the destination. You gotta feel it. You gotta sit with it. You gotta learn from it. Then move. You get up, you take one more step because peace ain't just gonna knock on your door. Sometimes you gotta actually build it, brick by brick, decision by decision. No matter who don't understand it, no matter who thinks you're acting funny,
You too,
let
Lisa.
them
Thanks.
talk,
Appreciate
let
you.
them wonder, let them miss out. Because when God starts revealing a version of you that was buried underneath all that people pleasing and overgiving and overthinking, oh, they're gonna wish they stayed.
All right, y'all. That's been my day. I'll probably check in a little bit later, share some thoughts with you. If you're watching this on the replay, I appreciate it. Make sure you leave a comment. Maybe you sub if you haven't already. And next time we'll be discussing. All right? So enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And remember, I'm rooting for you.